Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is January 9th, 2023. I'm not going to tell the time because I'm going to stop doing that. So, but aside from that, I do have some messages that I want to share with the collective. Um, but before I do that, I just want to thank everyone for watching my videos and commenting, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. I hope it helps give you the clarity and the guidance that you need to be able to move forward towards the path of the light. All right. But aside from that, I'm going to start off with my prayer. Oh, and keep in mind that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, um, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Don't force it to be yours, right? I have tons of other videos on my channel, so you can check that out. Now I will do my prayer of protection. I pray to God and call upon Archangel Michael and any ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light that love me unconditionally to continue to protect me and my family during this time. Please help you see things clearly and to help us remove the fog of illusion that has led us down a false path in the past. Amen. Okay, so I have a couple messages, I guess. How should I start this off? Okay, so I talked about in my one of the videos that I did today, not the Aries of love reading, but the other one. And I talked about a couple of dreams that I had, right? And then I said that I had two dreams that had that involved like war or something like that, right? I talked about the one with the parking lot. I didn't really talk about the second one, and that's the one I'm going to talk about a little bit now. Okay. Which also reminds me of a movie that I'm going to talk about as well with Jessica Alba. I think it's her name. It's supposed to be like a scary movie, but it's the one movie where it talks about Jessica Alba. She plays a character who is blind, and she goes to get surgery, and she gets new eyes, right? Like a donation, and what she didn't realize before, well, I don't really think anybody knew, right? But the previous owner of those eyes that she now owns, um, whoever owned the eyes before, I don't really think I've ever finished watching the movie. This is an old movie. It came out like, I don't know, maybe 2005 or 6. I don't know. You would have to Google the Eye Jessica Alba movie. I think it's Jessica Alba. Anyways, so she ends up getting these new eyes, and with the eyes, things are going great. She can see, she's got sight, everything's going wonderful, like she's no longer blind, right? It's great. But then she starts to actually see things that, first of all, she couldn't really see before, but now she can see things on top of other things, like spirits. All right, she can see spirits now, and it just like torments her for, I don't know the ending, all right, but I remember she was the previous owner was able to see these spirits, all right. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because in the dream, the second dream that I had with the war, it was like a war zone, right? And at one point, in the dream, I was just standing there looking around, and it was like, it looked horrible. It was chaotic. It was like dirty, and I saw a bunch of kids running in the street, but it was like these kids, they were like running past me. At first I thought they were running towards me, right? So I kind of like went in position, like, hold up, right? But the thing is, these kids, they had spoons in their hands. They had spoons in their hands, and I kept getting the feeling, I'm like, oh my gosh, they want my eyes. They want my eyes. And they just wanted to scoop them out, right? So that led me to think about that movie, The Eye, with Jessica Alba. And on top of that, it was like a literal war zone. I feel like somebody is, or there are people, I feel like they want to see what you see, but the things, first of all, that's not going to happen, right? Your eyes are yours. They're not going to be able to take your eyes. That's not going to happen. But even if it ever did, they would never be able to handle the things that you see. They can't fathom what you like, the truth beyond what you really see. They couldn't stomach it, right? Which is part of the reasons why they don't see it. But that's not how they think. They think that if they just get your eyes, they can see what you see. But it's more than that. It's more than that, right? Because in the movie, she was seeing the spirits, but the spirits were tormenting her. I don't really know what happened. I might have to watch that movie and I'll post about it on the community board later. But I remember she was like going insane because of what she was seeing in the movie, right? Like she ended up barricading herself in her home, in her apartment, and like people thought she was going crazy, right? People want to know what you know, but what you know will drive them crazy. They want to see what you see, but it'll drive them crazy, right? They think all they have to do is just take your ability from you, but there's, what is it, with great power comes great responsibility. It's funny because they want to do what you can do, but they can't handle like the real responsibility that comes with it. It's a weight, right? It's heavy. All right, it's heavy work. And but the way they see it is all butterflies and pixie dust. But it's more than that. So I guess that's really it. People want to know what you know. People want to see what you see, and it's like really, it really what it has to do is because, like I said, there were children running in the street aimlessly, right? I thought they were coming after me, and I was like, oh my god, they have spoons. They want my eyes, but at the same time, they were running past me. There are people around you, grown adults, that are at war with themselves and not just like at war with their adult selves. Those adults are at war with their inner child. All right. And they want to know what you know so they can stop fighting. But it's deeper than that. I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm not going to give anybody the answers that they have to go within themselves to get, right? But for the most part, they want your knowledge and how you defeated your inner child, but you never did. You operate out of love. But they just want to know. That's it. They want to know, not because they want to be better and ascend and walk the path of light and connect with God. No, they just want to know so they can just be like, cut that off. All right, go back to my daily task and la la la. Right? That's it. There are crows outside of my window cawing really, really loud right now. There's like about 3 of them having a conversation. So for those of you that don't know, when a group of crows are together, it's called a murder of crows, right? I feel like somebody or these group of people, they want to like, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyways, I said the message. I gave the message, right? That's all there is. I said the message. Um, yeah. And the thing is, because it was like, I was standing there. I was just looking around. I'm like, what's going on, right? It was war. These kids were running around. They had spoons. It was dirty. It was kind of like reddish, orangish, duskish outside. There were like buildings that were like toppled and like collapsed and all that stuff, right? It was like these people are literally at war with themselves. It's a spiritual war that they're in, and they want you to be involved in it. They want you in their battle. But the thing is, like, for those of you, right, you guys have already defeated your demons. You already did what you had to do. You fought the good fight, right? You don't have to fight anymore. Oh, because you're not fighting anymore, you can give us the answers. Just feed us the answers, right? They all, like I said, because with the spoons, right? Just feed us the answers, please. Your job as a collective, you're not here to just hand people the answers and then they can go back to living the same life that they're living. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Yes, you're supposed to be helping people, but people that actually genuinely want to change and be better and do better and live better. All right. And those are the same exact people be like, well, what God would. No. God would not want you, the collective, to be taken advantage of. God would not want you, the collective, to be willfully naive. No. Right? God helps those who helps themselves. And they just want you to hand them the answer. They want to see what you see. They want to know what you know. And then, go on and live their lives. Your job is that's not what your job is for, collective. That's not what your job is for. It's sad to say because these could be your friends, your family members, your coworkers, people in your neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but some of them they really don't want to change. All right, and I know that might be sad, but at the same time, you're supposed to be helping people that actually want to change, right? Who actually don't want to be toxic or petty and want to actually walk towards the light. Those are the people you should be helping. All right, not the people who guilt you for not walking their path. But then they want to know what you know, and then they want you to just spoon feed them all the answers. All right, let me get some quads up in her. They're just lost. They're lost kids in the bodies of adults. That's it. That's really what it is. I feel like it was just like it's like a whole community is lost, and they won't do anything to help themselves or each other. But then the minute one person gets out of that community and helps themselves, oh, now all of those people, they want to be like sheep and follow along. Oh, well, let's go follow the collective because they know they can help all of us. What? So I can give you the answers and you guys all run back to the same exact spot? About 12 minutes. Okay, not bad. I've been cutting back or trying to cut back on the shit that I be saying. So transformation in reverse. Ain't that something? Wow, look at that. But it came out in the reverse. All right. It says, I don't think I've seen this card really. Like 1,000 storms held in hands soft against the winds, there is change arising from deep within. But that came out in the reverse. You know what? Give me 1 second. All right, not even gonna like front. I literally just had to like double check the meaning because basically that's saying you are here. You're transforming. I feel like you already did this. You already transformed into what you had to do, right? You did it. You did the job. You did the work. You're moving on, right? But these people, they're at war with themselves because they too are being called to change. But they're confused and angry and mad. And they're like projecting that onto you like, oh, the collective knows the answers, but the collective isn't telling us the answer. Let's be mad at the collective. Everybody's path is different. Right? You can't choose not to change because somebody won't give you the answers to how they were able to transform and how they were able to wake up. You can't be mad at them because literally it's like asking somebody who doesn't like cantaloupe what a good recipe for cantaloupe is. I can't tell you that. I don't even like cantaloupe. But you're getting mad at me because I won't give you a recipe for cantaloupe. I don't even, you know what I mean? It's like that. First of all, I really don't like cantaloupe. I don't. I don't like cantaloupe at all. At all. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is that? Honeydew? Yeah, cantaloupe is honeydew, right? Yeah, I don't like that. I also don't like melon. I like watermelon, but the orange one, melon, is not good. Pumpkin is good. Anyways. Um, yeah, I feel like these people are fighting this. Here, let me read this. All right, I gotta take it out again. All right. Transformation in reverse is unyielding. You've batted down the hatches and refuse to budge, even though you're seconds from being swept away. Let the winds carry you where they wish you to go. You may not understand why you're being taken so far off the course, but realize there is a great plan that is beyond your current understanding. Yeah, I feel like these people are fighting it. All right, and it's just making them angry. They're fighting something that's bigger than them, and they don't understand why they're not getting anywhere. And that's the thing too, because I was standing around in this war zone. I was just like, what is going on, right? They're fighting a battle that's bigger than them, and they want you to be involved in it. But you already, it's kind of like you already, you did your shit, you know. That's all I can really say about that, without being repetitive at this point. They just gotta let it go or let it flow. Let it go and let it flow, right? Stop trying to force change. If you're being called to change, you're gonna have a really bad time if you try to force it, right? You're not gonna have a good time. You gotta let it. These are the same people that they like to be in control. I gotta light some more of this. And they're just running around not knowing why everything is the way it is in their life, and it's just like, because it's kind of like you can't expect to be the same way that you were in high school when you're in your 40s or your 50s. You got to change. You're being called to change. Let it happen. There's fear there though. All right, they're angry and confused and scared. It's because there's something uncomfortable about it. Again, there's nurturing involved. I've been getting a lot of nurturing energy for like the past week and a half or weeks or something like that. Um a lot of the reasons why their inner child, there's a group of people. It's a group of them, like 8. Cuz in the one video it was about 8 people. I heard the number 8, right? Or in the one dream, the first war dream I had, it was 8 people. And these are the same people that are fighting with their inner child. Um, and one of the reasons why they're so angry and scared and confused is because it's there's something that their inner child is lacking. Like, it's that nurturing, that mother energy. They're lacking it. So there's a connection between the lack of nurturing that they had as a child, which affected their inner child, and their, oh yes, okay, that's part of the big war that they're going in. They think that all they have to do is just cut off that inner child of theirs. What they're really being called to do is nurture their inner child. They're being called to nurture their inner child. They think that you kind of just cut off your inner child and just went about your business. No, this is really calling for self-love and nurturing yourself. But because they never experienced it, right, or a lack of experience of, they're having a huge trouble with this. It's like rocket science to these people. It literally is. Having to nurture their inner child is rocket science to these people. That's one of the reasons why they can't transform, they can't change. It's hard for them. It really is hard. Self-love and, nurturing oneself is hard for them. These people may not even know how to properly nurture, their own kids, or, their own partners, or, their own animals. That's really what it is. They're lacking that nurturing energy. But nothing is saying that they can't learn how to do it, especially to themselves. That's really what it is. All right, I'm gonna get a couple of these. Well, I just heard a kid say mommy. So they could all have some type of mommy issues. It's actually really, really sad. You know, it's sad. Especially when you're the adult and you're neglecting yourself that way. Yeah, it's sad. Wow. Soulless Vagabond. They need to they better stop fighting this, because eventually they're just gonna lose that ability to be tapped in. They're gonna lose part of the soul that they have. It's like they're being called to fight for that part of their soul, to hang on to it. Right? I'm getting really, really emotional right now. Because like, it's just really sad, man. Like, you guys are not you, the collective, but these strangers, these karmics, they're really fighting for parts of their soul, or they're being called to fight for their soul, and they don't want to do it because it's hard for them. You know these people or person, right? Collective, thank the universe. If they don't hurry up and fight for what they're being called to fight for, they're gonna lose their place. They're gonna lose a home, like their home in here. They're gonna lose it, all because they want to be stubborn and not change and not let it go and not let it flow. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy, heavy, heavy. I feel it in my chest. Yeah, these are people you know. They're on a time limit. Time's up, time's up. I just heard an alarm go ding. Alright, let me get some tarot. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta use this deck. I've already used this deck, like, I think... No, I've actually had a, Eight of Cups. These people, they could have been, I don't know, I'm like, a mom could have abandoned them, or they have abandonment issues. Maybe a parent walked away, or a caregiver walked away from them, or they just weren't as emotional with them or nurturing with them. But a lot of these people, they have abandonment issues. Five of Pentacles. There's a lot of sadness here. They feel left out in the cold. So whoever these people are, not only do they have abandonment issues, but they feel like they've been left out in the cold. That's why you have all these kids running around in the street in my dream. You have a bunch of adults, but those are actually... You ever see adults and they act very childish? That's because that's actually like a child, right? They never really got a chance to grow up. They never got that nurturing, that guidance, right? That stability. You know, technically you have a bunch of children in the body of adults raising more children in the body of adults, raising more children in the body of adults. So nobody gets the chance to heal their inner child and grow up. You got a lot of people out here who feel abandoned, and they're just really, really sad. They feel left out in the cold. Collective, you have the key, or they feel like you have the key to let them back in. But that's how they see it. They see, oh, the collective has the key to let me back in, right? But what they don't realize is that they too themselves, they have the key to let themselves back in. They have the tools. I was gonna say the two. They have the tools, right? To open that door within themselves. They hold the key for their own door. But because they're so down and, angry and confused, they don't want to look up. You see how that key is right there? All they have to do is just look up, grab the key, and unlock the door. They're so busy being confused and angry that all they have to do is look up the tower. All these people are going through a major tower moment. And a lot of it is because they never looked up. They never looked up. Collective, I feel like this isn't really your war. This has nothing to do with you. All right? A lot of these people out here that are running around, like I said, it's just their inner child that is they're at war with their inner child. All they have to do is get out of that state of confusion, pass the towers, look up, and they'll be able to let themselves back in, they'll be able to heal, that abandonment that they have. A lot of these people have like deep rooted abandonment issues. It's really, really sad. It is. It's like for a lot of them, it's like the main source of their sadness. Four of Cups reverse. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Four of Cups in reverse. Oh yeah. This ties in with the section up here. They're being called to fight for that piece of their soul, their inner child, to save it, protect it, nurture it, heal it, right? Because it's going to help them walk towards the path of light. Let me tell you something. You cannot walk the path of light without having a healthy child. How do I say this? You cannot walk a path of light when your inner child is hurt. All right? But if you heal your inner child like that, right? You'll be able to. Because you're going to be able to follow your calling. You're going to be able to connect with God, right? This is what you're being called to. These people, collective, these are... For some of you, collective, this may even be some of you, all right, that are being told to, nurture yourself. But for the most part, this is really about the strangers, the karmics. They are being called to fight for that part of themselves, all right? They're supposed to seize the opportunity that they're given right now. With the Four of Cups in reverse, they're actually, it's actually very lucky that it's not in the Four of Cups upright. Because otherwise they would have missed this opportunity. But time is ticking. All right? Time is ticking. So they better get this opportunity, grab it before they can. Because if not, they're going to lose this part and they're going to lose this path. That's it. It's not going to come again. I got goosebumps. Look. I got goosebumps. Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like if they want to watch you, the collective, they're more focused on watching you, the collective. And if they keep doing that, watching you, stalking you, gossiping about you, talking about you, if they keep focusing on you, the collective, they will miss out on this opportunity. They're being called to fight for a piece of their soul, yet they're here too busy watching you. How does that make sense? Justice in reverse. They think it's what? It's not fair? How is it not fair? You already did the work, collective. You did the work. You did what you have to do to get to this point in your life, right? Now, if they wanted to get to that same point in their life, they too have to do the work. They better seize this opportunity before they lose it. And stop watching you. Stop gossiping. Stop stalking. Stop spying. All right. I'm going to get one for the Eight of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Yeah, you see, they just want to be able to live a calm life. They just want to move on to calmer waters, be happy, be at peace, right? This is one of the reasons why they're too busy watching you, because they think that you're going to guide them out of this. But the thing is, you cannot heal somebody's inner child. That's a job specifically for person to person. It's right. It's not one size fits all, right? This isn't Shein. This isn't Amazon. This isn't Walmart. One size does not fit all when it comes to healing your inner child. And that's why they're watching you, because they think that if they watch you enough, they too will be able to heal their inner child. Only come to find out, they're never getting healed. They're never getting healed because this is something that they have to unlock within themselves. They have the key to unlock their own door within themselves. They just have to look up. Only then will they be able to go towards calmer waters and, live a peaceful life and get out of all of this, trauma, drama, and chaos that they're, running around with. All right. Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups reverse. The Hermit. Yeah, they're being called. They're being called to go within themselves. They have the tools to go within themselves, right? They're giving this opportunity. They better take it. Seize the moment while you can. While they can, all right? If you are the stranger karmics watching this video, you better take the opportunity while you can, because if you don't, it's going to go away. It's not going to come back. I need this to be like that. Alrighty. Hold on. I gotta move that. Alright, cool. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, you're given this opportunity because it's kind of like God is like knows that deep within you, for a lot of the stranger karmics, that they want to be healthy and do better. So at the same time, this is like a test of conviction, right? It's kind of like, all right, well, you have an allotted time frame to do what you got to do. Are you going to do it? Four of Cups reverse and the Page of Swords reverse. Oh my gosh. Wow. These people are stubborn. All they want to do is just watch you. Wow. Ace of Wands reverse. You know what's funny? Wow, hold on. Hold on. All right, somebody could be getting sick. All right, because my nose just got really like mucusy. But anyways, what's funny is that before I started the initial shuffle for this card to come out, I saw the Ace of Wands upright. I feel like they're watching you to get some sort of spark, some like to get a spark. And I was like, oh, aha, okay, that's how the collective did it. But it's not working, right? The Ace of Wands reverse. Watching you is just blocking them, because they're not supposed to be watching you. They're supposed to be going within themselves with the Hermit. They're supposed to go into Hermit mode. They're given this opportunity to do the work that they have to do. But instead, they're stubborn and they want to watch you, and that's why they're not getting anything. They're not getting anywhere because they're not supposed to be watching you. They're supposed to be seizing this opportunity to fight for that part of their soul. Their soul. Page of Swords reverse and Justice reverse, please. Oh, envy. I just heard envy. I feel like collective, you're in calmer waters right now, and you are in hermit mode, and that's one of the reasons why they're watching you. Oh, okay, the collective, that's how they did it, but they're being blocked. Anyways, Nine of Cups reverse, Six of Wands reverse. So this was supposed to be for Justice in reverse. They think it's unfair because their life is in shambles and they're just constantly failing. Well, what do you expect when you're watching somebody instead of going... They're failing. It's like they're supposed to be going into hermit mode, but they're failing at being able to go into hermit mode. Right? Like, oh, I'm going within myself. Why is my life is in shambles? How come I'm failing? How come I can't do this? How come I can't do that? Why am I being blocked? Okay, because your version of going into hermit mode is actually watching someone else, how they live their life, and then copying that. And then you wonder why it's not working for you. Because they're living a life that's layers above yours. You have to work up to that layer. Alright? So, if you're going to say that you're in hermit mode, actually be in hermit mode and do the work. Stop spying and watching and stalking other people, because it's just going to block you. Nothing's going to happen out of that, right? Jesus Christ. These people are being called to fight for their soul. And we have death in reverse, rebirth in reverse. They're angry because they're being called to change and they don't want to change. That makes them angry. Right? Your life is in shambles. You have an opportunity to fight for what's right, and that'll help you ascend and have a better life. But you're mad because you're failing at your life right now and you don't want to do anything about it. Justice in reverse, you think it's unfair. Why? It's unfair that I have to change my life to be better, to walk the path of light. Why can't I just be a karmic? Because if you don't change your life, like, what is the purpose of you being here if you're not here to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? What are you here for? What are you contributing? What are you contributing? Justice reverse. You can't actively know that you're a karmic toxic person and then do nothing about it. Eight of Wands reverse and Nine of Swords. They're mad because nothing is coming their way. It's making them stressed out, depressed, anxious. They're mad because nothing is happening the way they want it to be happening. What did you expect? You knowingly know that you are a karmic and you're being called to change your life, and you're not doing that. So of course, why would you be blessed in anything? Why? Now I'm yelling. Honestly though, what did you expect? You have an opportunity to make something of your soul, your purpose, your life. But you don't want to. And now you're getting upset because you're not doing what you're being called to do. And you think it's unfair. Why did they get a promotion? Well, because they did the work. Well, when can I get a promotion? When you do the work. I just don't feel like doing the work. Then you get a promotion. Simple as that. It's just not fair. You see what I mean? Like, they're keeping themselves in this cycle. They have an opportunity to out that cycle, and they don't want to do it. Anyways, let me get a couple of these, and then I'm going to close the video. Cool, I'm making good time. Awesome. The Most High is watching, as always, as always, as always. My God is a great God. Is that the only card that's gonna come out? You carry the light. Yeah, that's why they're watching you, collective. So we have thank the universe. You know these people slash person, right? You carry the light. The Most High is watching. Thank the universe. You guys are doing what you have to do, but then you have all these people that they're being told what to do. All right, it's not like God is just like, all right, bye. Like, no, they're being told what to do. They just don't want to do it. Proverbs 25:26. A righteous man who falters before the wicked is like a murky spring and a polluted well. So for those of you that does not know what that means, it's basically talking about how, you know how I said earlier in the video, there was like a group of, like a community of people who they don't want to help themselves and they don't want to help each other. But the one person who leaves the community and helps themselves and ascends and get better, all those people now want to be like, oh, let's go follow the collective, right? But then those people, they will also want to come back to the beginning, to the start. Be careful of people who, you know, they see you moving on and ascending and doing good things and just living a better life, because they're going to try to corrupt you, right? They see you as better than, oh, the collective is better than us now because of this or because of that, or the collective thinks that they're better than us because of this or because of that. Honestly, if you really want to say it like that, yes, the collective is better because the collective is doing the work. The collective is ascending. The collective is going the path of light. The collective is they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. What are you doing? Right? So yes, if you feel that way, then okay, there's a reason for it. Let them think that you're righteous. All right, because you're doing righteous work. You don't have time for all these wicked people. They just want to corrupt you and bring you back down to the level, to their level, so you could be running around confused, angry, and miserable like them. Right? They got to heal that inner child. They're being called to do that. But whether or not they want to do that, whether or not they're going to do that, collective, that has nothing to do with you. That's not your war. It's not. All right? And they've already been told what to do. So, it is what it is at this point. So, I hope you enjoy this reading. I hope it helps. I hope it gives you, you know, some sort of guidance or clarity or what's going on within your community. I feel like more specifically, this is giving you an idea of what's going on within your community. All right. So, bye.